It's ready, set, go. Ready, set, booga, booga, booga. I love it. I so love it. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Love it. Yep, 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 yep. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. Mm-hmm. Love, love, love. So interesting. I'm gonna be recording on Instagram as well. What's up, Tisha? I hope you finding stuff for your office, lady. What's up, Gregory? Good morning. Good morning. Hey. Hey, beautiful Tisha. And I love the flyer that Hope did. I love that flyer. I love it, love it, love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. She's a smart cookie. Mm-hmm. What's on here? Let's see. Yes, 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 yes. Let me put some more people. Of course. I know, she amazes me too. I was talking about her yesterday from the brunch with one of my clients yesterday about Hope. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, yep. What? Good morning. Oh, from California. Greg, I didn't know you were in California. What's up, Link Downs? Tony Turner. Yes. Tony Turner. I didn't know you were in California. Great. What's up, everybody? It is my favorite day of the week. It is Wednesday. It is Ready, Set, Go Day. You know, Wednesday is like, I love Wednesdays because on Wednesdays, all I do is come on here, inspire you to become a better version of yourself and to really, really, really just like live your best life fearlessly. I love Wednesdays. I mean, I come on in the morning, talk about this. I come on later in the evening, talk about $20 humping. Wednesdays is one of my best days of the week. What's up, Les Peters? So you know exactly how this show works. You know, it lasts for like 13 minutes, but sometimes we stay on here a little bit longer only because we're having a great conversation, right? But if you're driving in your car, you cannot not pull over. You know, you can't like take notes and all this stuff. Don't be doing that. Come back a little bit later, and guess what? It is at my website, www.be-fearlesstv.com. And yes, it is a new website. Of course, it's connected to the Cafe Institute. So, you know, I'm like real pumped up, really, 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 really excited just about life in itself. But listen, check this out. So, and I know a lot of you on here, you host a lot of events, you do a lot of stuff, you're out in the community, you're partnering up and everything. But check this out. What happens when, you know, it's like you just get let down? What happens when you're the most popular person on the block? You go out, you hang out with people, like you love it, everybody's loving on each other, and then all of a sudden, kaboom, you host something or you have something, and everybody that you thought in your circle was coming, boom, they didn't come. It's like letdown. It's like disappointment. What happens with that? What do you do with those feelings? So I want to hop on here and discuss it because I just got finished telling one of my students yesterday, she's hosting a conference coming up. So that's what I'm helping her with. She does conferences. And her whole thing is, you know, she's like, I thought I would have sold at least 100 tickets by now because I'm very popular. I have a big family. You know, I have a lot of friends. And she's like, literally only sold like 15 tickets. Like the people I thought would buy a ticket didn't buy one. So we've gotten to talking about, you know, how to get over disappointment. See, like how do I keep pushing forward? You know, you got to keep striving anyway. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give 5 tips about this because I bet you a lot of people deal with this. Maybe not at the moment, but after the event is over or after the show is over or whatever business you have, it's like the same thing with having a business. You go in a business and you just believe in your soul that I know I'm going to sell X because a lot of people are my friends, right? And then you open up and you sell nothing. No friend shows up, you know, no family member come to buy anything. So it's like how to get past letdown and disappointment. And so I wanted to hop on today just to inspire you all and tell you that it is okay. You can break past it, you know, but you can't let it hold you back, you know, because remember, it is essentially your journey. And that's what I ended up telling The young lady yesterday, she's a student of mine. As I said, she's in my business program, and she plans conferences. This is her first one. But what I'm trying to tell her is that, you know, you have to keep pushing forward. You cannot allow disappointment to stop your flow, because it's only your journey. So within your journey, you're going to have to hop out and meet other people. You're going to gravitate and get other people to believe in what you're doing, right? I know it's so hard to do, because especially when you expect and you really have in your heart, you know, the love in your heart that people love you, they're going to support you. But they always don't work that way. So I'm going to give you 6 tips. I said 5 earlier, but I actually have 6. So I'm going to give you 6 tips on just really what to do with those feelings and how to push through. How to push through. Because at the end of the day, it's still your journey. It is still your journey. Remember, I said a few weeks ago, your friends cannot see your journey. They cannot feel your journey. They can't feel it. They can't taste it. They don't know what it looked like. Remember, I told you that. Not even your family. They don't understand why you are doing A, B, and C. But you understand it because you visualized it, you feel it, you taste it. It's for you. It's your purpose. You just know this. So you're willing to take the risk to travel down the road. So it's like, always remember that just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean everybody else is. And I'm telling you, and I'm a testimony to it. People will tell you, "Oh, I'm coming. I got you. I'm gonna be there." And then the day comes and nobody comes. I've had several events where like only 2 people showed up. But what is the real wealthiest thing about that? The thing is, the 2 people that did show up, it was very impactful to them. So again, the show must still go on, no matter if you have 1 person or 1,000 people, no matter if there's no family, no matter if there is no friends, the show must still go on, because remember, it's your visualization. It's your journey. So you still have to travel through it. So number 1, when disappointment happens, when you believe, you know, you don't know why, like you sit and you say, why? I mean, I have a whole store. I have a whole spa here. A holistic spa is the most beautiful in the area. And I'm not just saying this. People that have been there will tell you that it is magnificent. My store, magnificent. And I'm telling you, I rely on general customers. And I have some friends that come here all the time, and I have some that never come. They never do any services. I have family members, some come and some don't. But it doesn't affect me. But I'm going to tell you this. Number 1, always allow your feelings. When you feel disappointed, you know, after the show is over, you know how it is, your adrenaline is pumping. And so, you know, you thought it would be 50 people, but 10 showed up. But the other 15 that you thought were coming were people that said they were coming, that love you and stuff like that. When the show is over and the adrenaline goes away, that's when all the feelings and emotions come about, right? So I'm going to tell you this. First of all, acknowledge your feelings. You have to acknowledge your feelings, okay? Allow your feelings, but acknowledge them. Don't suppress your feelings. You know, when the show is over for me, I may say to my assistant, you know, Dag, I thought, you know, I wish more of my friends would have come, because you know, this message is for them, and you know, I want to share it with them. I wish more of my family would come, because I want them to see my growth and stuff, right? So allow your feelings, you know what I'm saying? Allow them to come out. Don't suppress them, because if you suppress them, you put them in a place where when it happens again, you're going to start to become a little angry. And remember, in life, anger does nothing but take up a lot of wasted space. It's like negative energy. It's like anger will stop your flow, and you won't, your subconscious brain won't be able to do anything positive. So anger never works. So that's why I'm saying always allow your feelings to come out, you know, journal about it, talk about it with someone that kind of can understand, you know, but allow them to come out. That was number 1. Number 2, acknowledge why you feel let down. That's a hard thing to do, but acknowledge why you feel let down. Is it because, reflect on yourself. Why do I feel let down that my friends don't come to the event? It really say this to yourself. What am I missing in me that this will make me feel let down? You know, sometimes I'm telling you what it is. It's a 2-way street with everything. So you have to remember that. Always reflect upon yourself. Like, look yourself in the mirror and say, why do I feel let down that my family members didn't buy a ticket? Why do I feel let down that my best girlfriend didn't come? You have to really see what it is. Is it because what? You You know, you want to feel this overwhelming love from someone, or you need someone in the audience to connect with. You know, what is it? You want some sort of type of support or something from the individual. Hey, Nancy, what's up, Nancy? So you have to really reflect on yourself. Always acknowledge your unmet needs. You have to see what is your needs. There's something you're needing, because I'm telling you what I know. When you're out here doing your business, or you're doing something that you're passionate about, and people really just don't support you that you think that should support you, you have to say to yourself, what am I needing from this person that makes me feel let down? Because once you acknowledge and recognize that, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to really manage that need. You're going to fulfill that need in a different way. So you have to figure out, what is it? Why do you feel this way? Why do you feel let down? Because someone didn't support you. Because isn't the biggest supporter out here of you is nobody but you. You are your biggest supporter. So that's why I said in the beginning, I've had a lot of events where 2 people showed up, you know, and one of the persons, maybe they didn't pay anything. I just invited them. See, sometime when you do stuff, you know, and that's still not a failure. That's still a success, because whether it's 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 1,000, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're impactful and that you went ahead with the event. You cannot ever cancel the event. Because why? Because nobody showed up, or the people you thought would show up didn't come, or wasn't enough. I'm telling you, one person is always enough. I'm telling you what I know. One person is enough. I remember having like my first event, and I think it was me, my assistant, and I want to say 1 guest. And I had rented like one of those rooms in a hotel. You know how you do. You rent a hotel, the room or whatever. You set up for like, you think you're going to have 100. 1 person. So some would say, well, dang, you lost a lot of money. I did. But guess what? The 1 person that came there so long ago, they're still with me today. So it's like, you have to really know yourself. And if it's your passion, go ahead with the event. Because I'm telling you, it's not about quantity and numbers. It's about quality in what you're doing. So that 1 person 20 some years ago is still my customer today, still come to my events today. So you have to understand that it's a growing thing. But even with that, I had a lot of disappointment. I didn't know why. But today I'm here to tell you, acknowledge your unmet needs. And that was number 2. That will help you get through it. Number 3 is simply like this. When it happens, you have to decide if you need to speak up. You know, like say, for example, you have a good girlfriend and maybe you go to her events all the time, right? But she never comes to yours. So it's kind of disappointing, right? But you have to pick your battle. See, that's another thing with disappointment. With disappointment, you have to determine if you should pick this battle or not pick this battle. See, the thing is, when I say pick your battles, you have to first understand if the person is going to be defensive, or if they can listen and just acknowledge your feelings. And that's very hard to do, because you have to know the individual. So if you know your girlfriend, you might know if she can handle it. If it's a family member, you would know if your family member can handle it. But at the end of the day, decide if you need to speak up. I would say of 22 years in business, maybe I spoke up 3 times in reference to someone or people not supporting my business. If they meant something to me, like if they were my family or if they were my friends, maybe 2 or 3 times in all of my time being a business owner. And that is because one thing I learned as a business owner is that when you go into business, you don't go into business for your friends and your family anyway. You really don't. You know, you want them to support you because you want to, you know, you're going to support them. But really, when you're in business, you have to get out and you got to create your new environment, your new atmosphere. You got to get with some new people. You got to network, you got to build relationships, and you have to get the masses to believe in what you're doing. So it's hard in business. You know, if it was easy, everybody would do it. But it is hard, so it takes effort. You know, it takes effort. It takes effort to get up and go in there and do it all over again for another 14 hours, 15 hours, every single day. So when you're in business, you don't really necessarily go into business for friends and family. You know, you go into business to what? Build wealth, you know, live out your dream, your passion, right? Build an empire, right? Be impactful, right? These are the reasons why we go into business. Doing what you love, right? Loving life, living life to its fullest, you know, your best life. So nowhere in there that I say you went in business for family or friends. So they're the most disappointing to us because we love them, right? So decide if you need to speak up. Sometimes silence is okay. Sometimes silence is okay. You don't have to always say anything. I learned sometimes when you're just quiet, the person kind of like understands, like, I probably should go next time or something like that. Just silence. Silence is good. It's like sometimes you don't need to say a word. Remember what I said, that negative energy is like, it's like sowing your seed into wasted space. Nobody wants to be in wasted space. We want to be in spaces that are thriving, where the seeds, you throw them out and they grow. That's what we want to be, right? We want to be where seeds and flowers are blossoming. We don't want to throw our seed out onto the concrete. It just don't grow. It just don't grow, right? So decide if you want to speak up. The next one, 4, I think this is going to be 4. Examine your expectations. This is another reflection on yourself. Examine your expectations. Sometimes our expectations of our friends and family is way too high. So we're leaning from the area of love, like, oh, well, she loves me. I know she's going to come. That's my girlfriend, or that's my auntie. She's coming. We lean on it from love, but your expectations may be too high. Because once again, they do love you. I know my family loves me. I got a big family, big family. So it's like my expectations are like, if they don't come, that's cool. I'm going to see them. I'm going to see them over the weekend or whatever. It's like that, because I know they love me. If I call them, they'll pick up, they'll talk to me. If they have a resource, they'll let me know. But my expectation is not for them to always come to everything that I have. They don't have to always shop in my store. They don't have to always shop in my spa. But what they do have to do is tell people about it, because that's what family do, right? So the expectation level, you have to really examine your expectation level of people that disappoint you. And you know who they are. You know in your heart the people you want to be right there with you. So, but examine your expectation level, because sometimes it's just very, 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 it's just too high. You know what I mean? You're expecting too much. Remember, business is just like this. You have to make money, but you have to love what you're doing, and you have to be impactful. See, when you're impactful to people, the money comes, because people want to be around you, right? They want to be in your space. They want your energy. And that's what you want. You want that positive energy flowing throughout the space, right? Next one, set your boundaries. So here it is, my friends. I said, it's very disappointing when, people don't show up that, you feel really love you and support you. Or said, girl, I got you. Oh, yeah, I got you. I'm going to be there. Your holiday shopping thing, I got you. I'm going to be there. I just released my Love Me box. I do it every year, so I'm releasing it. I've released it this morning for 2 days only. That's the only time you can order it. I only do like 50 to 100. They ship in December. And the thing is, every year, everybody said, oh, I want to get another one of these Love Me boxes. I can't wait till you do it. I can't wait till you do it. And usually when I go down my list of people that ordered, it's only like maybe 4 or 5 of my girlfriends on there. And I have like 100 girlfriends. So you have to learn how to understand, accept the disappointment, and kind of manage it, right? Because I do. So when I look down the list, I'm actually looking for new people that want to have the Love Me box. I mean, goodness, that's what I want. I want to impact some new people as well, as well as my returning customers. But new people is what I want as a business owner. You got to seek and look for new people, right? So set the boundaries. It's very important to create boundaries. Listen to me. It's like no negative energy, nothing, but set boundaries. So your good girlfriend just never come to your events. She just never comes. She says she's going to come. She says she's going to buy the ticket. You don't care if she don't buy the ticket because you feel like she's coming. So on that day, she'll pay for the ticket. But she never comes. She always calls and she always says something like, oh, I can't make it, this, that, or whatever. So you know this. So you have to create boundaries. Here it is. I said that silence is always golden. That's a boundary. Silence is golden because I don't want to talk to my good girlfriend about it, because the thing is, I don't want to see my expectation level might be too high for her. That could be one. Number two, I never think that she don't support and love me. I think she does, but there's just a reason why she doesn't come. So I just create a boundary, and the boundary is like this. Sometimes when you're just silent, when you deal with yourself, right, you have to sometimes cut people back. You have to cut them off a little bit. Just a little bit, maybe not respond right away to text messages. Maybe not always, don't go to her events all the time. Or this goes for girlfriends, guy friends, and family. It's across the board. People that disappoint you, you have to create boundaries, because I'm telling you, disappointment sometimes can have you stuck in a rut. Some people cannot get over disappointment for maybe a few days. But look at all that time, that wasted time that you spent just spinning in your head. Why? I'm telling you, you have to create the boundary. So it's like this. Some of my girls say, oh, I didn't even know you were having an event. I created the boundary. I just, you just keep it moving. You can't rely on people that just, if they're not going to be supportive, it's fine. It's like no hard feelings, but create the boundary, because when you create boundaries, you are protecting your own shield, your own temple. You're protecting yourself, because when the event is all over and it's said and done, you still have to go on to the next thing, so you don't really have time to sit back and dwell on why someone didn't support you. Why didn't you come here and shop at my store for Christmas? Why would you go to all these outlets? Why would you go to the mall when I have the same sales for holiday? Why didn't you stop by here first? I was having mimosas in the morning. Like, you have to create boundaries. And when you create the boundaries, I'm telling you, you feel so much better. You get more done and you become enlightened on yourself, and it's not any hard feelings, but we have to protect our temple. We just do. We cannot allow disappointment to take over our shield. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Disappointment can handicap you. You can become handicapped if you are worrying about why somebody didn't support you or why they disappointed you, and this is in business and in life, in life it's way different. If you're in a relationship and, the person just keep disappointing you, you're like, they just don't change, you spoke up about it, and nothing changes. You have to create boundaries. You have to try and really, really do that. So those were some quick tips. It was like, allow your feelings to come through. When someone disappoints you, whether in business or in life, you have to allow a free flow of your feelings, whether you journal it. I tend to talk to someone, like I say, well, this happened, I don't know why it happened. And you got to pick and choose who you talk to too, because you don't want to talk to someone that always agree with what you're saying. You need to talk to someone like a person that's like a confidant, like a person that will tell you, if you're not, you're really not, you're not thinking about this clearly, or, you're kind of like off kilter. You have to talk to someone that you really, really trust, because if you talk to someone like that, they will tell you if, your feelings are a little bit, you're feeling this way, but maybe you're feeling this way because, you're in another situation that's making you upset. So every little thing somebody do, is impacting you. So it's not really, you got to have someone that you trust. So that's all I'm going to say, is that when you identify this person, treat them good, because that person, if a person can tell you the real deal, Holyfield, I'm telling you the real deal, like you got a friend that can just really keep it in the middle of the road with you, you got to appreciate and love that person, because that's who keep you sane. Because sometimes we can turn around. I could be going through something, like I closed a restaurant. The stress on that, the tremendous stress walking up to that particular day, it was so stressful around me that I have a girlfriend that she not even around here. She called me on the phone and she can sense my stress level, but I'm starting to talk about something else. Like, I can't believe so-and-so did this to me, and I don't know why this is happening. Like, I'm going down this negative road. She's such a good girlfriend. She said to me, but Key, maybe you're real stressed out because of the restaurant situation. You have to, she telling me, manage that stress over there, because I don't think this, what you're talking about, this scenario you're telling me about over here about this person, I don't really think that person meant it that way. You see, that's a good girlfriend. A good girlfriend will check your feelings and will get you back into the middle of the road. So what I'm telling you is, allow your feelings to flow. Journal about your feelings, or talk about your feelings, or whatever. But if you talk about them, get with a person that really, really know you. They adore you. They love you, no matter who you are. That's another thing. This is a person that no matter if you are touching the sky or you fall all the way down to the dirt, this person right here will pick you up and wash the dirt off you. This that person. This person will stop her flow or stop his flow to boost and build you back up, because they need your energy. They want you to be that person. They know what's inside of you. So that's the person you would talk to, So allow your feelings to come out, because when you allow your feelings to come out, you can then release all of that off your temple and you can move forward. Number 2, but you also have to acknowledge why you feel so hurted. Why are you that disappointed? If you're in a relationship, why are you that disappointed with this individual? because more than likely you've seen this about this individual. You know about it. You can't fool yourself. We're human nature. We're humans. We thrive off of each other. So you are disappointed, but are you really disappointed in them, or are you disappointed in yourself because you chose them? Which one is it? Are you insecure with yourself that you chose the person that's not right for you? So you got to really reflect on you. Acknowledge why your needs, acknowledge what your unmet needs are. When you acknowledge those and you have them, you know what they are, you'll be able to really deal with disappointment. So you might not see disappointment the same way. You might not see it the same way. If you acknowledge why, if I acknowledge why I get so disappointed when my friends don't shop it for Christmas, why am I that disappointed? But first I have to acknowledge me. And so when I acknowledge me, I say, I'm like, it's like my unmet need. It's like, I want to have that pop-in store too at Christmas. And so maybe I just didn't do all that I could do to market. Maybe I didn't put enough energy into it. Maybe I slacked a little bit, So it's like that need of, I want to see my business be X, but then when it's not X, then I start blaming, oh, they didn't come here and shop. But so sometimes it's not even the disappointment of them not coming to shop. Sometimes it's a disappointment in yourself. That maybe you just didn't hit your goal because you didn't hit your goal, not because they didn't come and shop in my store. So I'm just giving you all some real clear, transparent examples of really reflecting on yourself. What is your unmet need? So when you figure that out, you will deal with disappointment a little bit different, right? And then I said, decide if you need to speak up or not. You have to pick your battles. You have to pick your battles very clearly, because you don't really want to pick a battle with someone that's going to be defensive, that's going to, they're just not going to receive what you're saying. They're going to twist the whole story back around on you, or they're going to play the whole, sorry, I'm so sorry. They're going to play on your emotions, make you feel bad that you even said something to them about it. So you got to pick your battles. And I told you that most of the time I choose silence, because silence sometimes allows the soul and energies in yourself, your vibrations, to really come down to a level that's manageable. Silence, because if I'm disappointed in you and I'm telling you my feelings, and then you turn around and you turn it on me, or you try to be defensive, then it becomes negative energy, because now it's like you're going to start to feel like the person just not even listening to what you're trying to say. Like, it's almost like the person doesn't care about your feelings. So for me, I choose silence, because I like to stay away from negative energy. Negative energy, as I said, is like wasted space. It's like plucking a seed out and it hits the concrete and it's never going to grow. It's negative energy. I like to take the seed and throw it out into the yard and watch all the pretty flowers blossom and bloom. And I just love it. I love positive energy. So sometimes silence is okay. And trust when I'm telling you, when you're silent, it will work itself out. I'm telling you what I know. Maybe not at that moment, maybe not in that week, maybe not in that year, but believe me, it will eventually work itself out. Whatever it is that disappointed you, or whomever it is. Sometimes you don't need to say anything. Trust me when I say, people know when they disappoint other people. They just do. A lot of people act like, oh, I didn't know. That's just a bold-faced lie. You know. You know when you have done something to someone else. You know when you have let someone down. You just simply know this, right? There's no way around it. You know when you have let someone down. You know when you said, I'm coming somewhere, and you don't go. I'm a culprit for that. A lot of people have events. I say, oh, I'm going to come. And then that day comes, and lo and behold, I'm exhausted and I don't go. I don't know if the person is let down, because they never say anything to me about it. But in myself, I do say, man, I should have probably called, or I should have sent a text or email, something like that. So you do know when you do something, okay? So there's no doubt about it. Silence, yes, it's loud. It's real loud. When you're quiet, sometimes that's the best thing you can do. But if you're not going to be quiet, decide and pick and choose your battles carefully. Number 5, examine your expectations. Remember, sometimes we have our level of expectation. The bar is so high for some people in our life that it's just too high for them. So sometimes the best thing to do, I always say, meet people where they are. If you really start to meet people where they are and operate within that atmosphere where they are, most of the time it'll work out. But it's when we set expectation levels for other people so high, they cannot reach them, they can't obtain them, they just can't do it. It's like you feeling disappointed, but it's like the person could never reach it anyway. So, and that goes for spouse, that goes for relationships, that goes for life and in business. Sometimes in your relationship, your bar might be too high. You know, you cannot, and this is for a man or woman, you cannot choose somebody, choose them for who they are. Don't choose them for what you can create. I'm gonna say that real loud. Choose people for who they are, not for what you think you can create. Take the person at face value. Who they are is who you should love, not who you can try to create, because your expectation level is too high. You know, it's just going to be negative energy all the time. So I promise you, if you reach people and take them at face value where they are, the atmosphere is much, much positive. That's why I'm telling you, even the people that work for me, when they get hired, I meet them where they are, and they thrive inside of this atmosphere. And I'm telling you, over time, people want to start to grow. When stuff is positive and it's rolling around like this, and it's just the atmosphere is so good, everybody's so pumped up and happy, people will start to progress and grow. And all of a sudden, they're setting their own bar. You know, and that's what you want. You want that little flower that's just blossoming, and all you're doing is just watering. And then they're watering you back so you can blossom too, right? You don't want to be the person that said, come on, flower, why are you not growing? Shoot, let me put you in the sun. Let me put you in the dark. Let me do this. You want to be that person. You want that atmosphere like this. So take people at their face value. I'm telling you, when people come in here and they interviewing for a job or something like that, I look at their resume, it's always blown up bigger than what the person, trust me, I did my resume too, don't sleep on it. I did my resume, nobody probably hired me. I made that sucker look so big, right? But actually, face value, I'm just that girl. That's what it is, you know? So everybody has something grandiose on paper. But when you meet people and they want a job, take them at face value. And when they get into your atmosphere, be just like this. Watering them, you're watching them blossom. I'm telling you, there's no seed. If you water it correctly, there is no seed that won't grow. You just didn't set the bar, the level. You didn't say, I wanted to grow 12 feet tall. So you're doing this and that, giving it herbs. You're not doing anything. All you're doing is just watering it. It's a natural thing. So create the environment that you want people to be in. And remember, you have to examine your expectations of people. I'm telling you, especially in relationships. You know, I mean, if he's just not, he's good. Like you fall in love with a guy, he's good. Take him at face value. Don't be trying to dress him up and take him out of his element. Why? What for? That's not how you met him. Face value. You'd be so much happier. Your life be everything will just blossom around you. And then number 6, set your boundaries. When you get disappointed by people, whether business, life, relationship, you have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. And I'm telling you, if it's a pattern, there's certain individual or people always disappoint you over and over and over and over again. You have to determine what you're going to do, but set your boundaries. I'm not going to tell you to eliminate anybody out your life, because I'm telling you, family, you cannot do that. And really, your real good girlfriends, you really can't eliminate them either, because I'm talking about if they're a good girlfriend or a good guy friend, they must go way back in your life. And, sometimes your relationships that's just so precious, you need to cherish them. And in relationships, there's always going to be disagreements, but, eventually you come back around. It's like a friendship. You just don't end something like that, but you can set boundaries, And sometimes, my friends, I'm here to tell you, sometimes it's just simply you. I can promise you. A lot of times I realize when I look back on some situations, I can honestly say, you have to be able to be honest with yourself, that some of the situations probably was me. Like maybe I just having a bad day, or I had an attitude, not even at the person, but of something else. See, sometimes we can get so disgruntled about something else that we take it out on every little single thing in front of us. So, you got to really be clear with what's going on. Your mind have to be clear. That mind, body, soul thing is very important. That's why self-care is very important, because when you care for your temple and yourself, I'm telling you, it helps with all of this stuff. Disappointment, fear, it helps with all of that. So you really have to take care of self, your temple. You got to be whole so you can do things clearly, right? So if I can leave you with one thing, trust me, let me let you know something. When people let you down, you have to really learn how to be your own cheerleader. I'm going to say it one more time. When people let you down, you really have to learn to be your own cheerleader. I'm telling you, your own cheerleader, and you have to be your own best friend. You have to be your own cheerleader and your own best friend. On Saturday at my brunch, I told the audience that I always hop in the ring with myself. I will battle and fight me at any time, because I am my own cheerleader. right? And I am my own best friend. I'm telling you, you have to accept and always process your feelings, okay? Be kind to yourself. You have to be kind to yourself. You got to figure out exactly how to get your needs met. That's all. And your needs are whatever is making you feel so disappointed. You have to really figure that out, because that's how you're going to get your needs met. So disappointment really don't affect you, right? You're going to have to also know that you have to really, at the end of the day, choose how you're going to react. So reaction is really big. And for me, I react sometimes with just silence, because silence allows you to really reflect upon you and to look at the situation as a whole. You know, it doesn't allow you to look at a situation of just a quarter of it or just half of it. It lets you look at it from a whole. So always journal about it, and don't be shy about it. Acknowledge how you're feeling, but really reflect upon self. So that's what I really want to leave you guys with. It's like disappointment is a big thing out here in life and in business, you know, and if we don't manage it correctly, it could keep you just staying still, you know, you're standing still, you're not moving. And we want to keep moving. We want to have that atmosphere like this. It's that positive thing. It's positive energy. It's like contagious. You want to create an atmosphere that's contagious, and everybody wants to be in it. And those that don't want to be in it, those that fake they want to be in it, it will not even affect you, because the atmosphere is so positive. You will keep on thriving in it. So that's my Wednesday. So, you know, take what I'm telling you, utilize it, remember it, but always take that self-care. It is so very important. That's why I established an all-natural spa. Everything in there speaks to self-care. That's just who I am. That's what needs to happen in this world. And that's the spa is thriving, because people really need to take time for themselves. So if you have not done so, I promise you, the Love Me box that is on my website, everything in it is essentially what it says. Love me. Love me. When you open this box up, everything in it is about loving on yourself, from essential oils to all natural products to fashionable accessories, jewelry, stuff that reminds you to be fearless. See, I have some of this stuff on today. Some of the items that will be in there. All this stuff is like keep pushing, all kinds of inspirational things. It's stationery, you know. I'm a post-it girl, so I love everything I write on. I love inspiration. I have all kinds of journals inside this box, all kinds of stuff like that. So it's like I only do the box like twice a year, so the items in it last you for 6 months until the next box, because I do believe that we want that time to care for ourselves for this very reason. We're faced with so many things in life and in life and in business that we have to be whole within ourselves. So if you have not done so, I'm telling you, it is on my website. I do like between 50 and 100 twice a year, but it is a Love Me box. And so everything in it is for you. Some people grab one for a girlfriend, some grab one for a daughter, some men grab them for their wife or for their daughter, or just because, for anyone you believe that, you know, you want to inspire them. So the box, all the items in it is like stuff that lasts for the whole 6 months until the next box. The box is worth over $400, the items in it. So essentially what I do is I partner with so many different vendors and companies and manufacturers, and they supply the items in the box. So, and that's all based on relationships, you know. But when you're in the industry of holistic living and offering things that all things inspiring, you can build some really good relationships. So the products in the box is something that I live by, and they're just simply phenomenal. So again, the items it's over $400 of items in a box, but the box is $99, and you do have to pre-order. That's how it works. So you pre-order between today and tomorrow on the website, and it will be shipped to you or to whomever you purchase it for. It will be shipped to them by December the 17th. So right in time for the holidays. So right in that time where some people don't have any family around, But isn't it nice to receive the Love Me box? That's just what it's all about. It's all about inspiring others and to make people, motivate people and empower people to do what? Become the best version of themselves and to live their very best life. But if they're going to live their best life, we want everyone to live their best life fearlessly. So that's what's in the Love Me box. It helps you to get to exactly where you want to be. And it's called Shanti. Shanti means peace. That whole inner peace thing is so important. Mind, body, soul. I am Dr. Catlin. This is my favorite day of the week. It is ready, set, go. It's when I get on here to inspire you just to, just to do the damn thing and be the best version of you. Don't let nobody stop you. Only you know who you are. So be you, do you. I'm telling you, the sky is not the limit. It is the moon. Everything that you want in your spirit, you can have it. But the first thing you have to do is get yourself, your mind, body, and soul very, very sound and solid is your temple. Go to my website, www.befearlesstv.com, or to www.thecafeinstitute.com. Either one, and it's lots of information on there for you guys to look at, share, and talk about later. I'll see you guys soon, probably next Wednesday, but later on today, it's $20 hump day, so items in my store is $20. I think today I'm doing like 6 or 7 items, but if you're around, join me, and you too can receive your items within a couple of days for $20 from my boutique. So we'll see. But until then, if I don't see you guys later, I'll definitely see you next Wednesday. Have a great one. Bye.